long COVID has been the most extremely dense set of symptoms, because I think when I was younger, the burnout lasted a few months and I bounced back really quite well.
Yeah.
This time I haven't bounced back. I'm 2 years into a very different kind of body.
Yeah.
And I suppose I think I've let go of the idea that I'm going to get back to normal.
Yeah, there's a new normal on the other side of chronic illness.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And if we allow it to be, it will be better than the old normal.
Because, yes.
Even though you might still be ill.
Yeah, exactly. And it's helpful. There was at some point, maybe that's only been in the last 6 months, where I really, really had to accept this is your life. This is part of what is in your life now. This condition, this is a reality. And I think before I was always just trying to get rid of it and fix it. I Googled everything, infrared, everything. None of them were the magic answer. And that's not to say that they all won't help a bit, but none of them was the thing that was going to get me back to normal. And then at some point I realised that I just really had to accept that this is how life is for me, that this tiredness is here and this fatigue and this pain. But then I did a kind of sneaky thing where I realised that I was trying to accept it in order for it to go away. I thought that, right, if I accept this, that I'm now so enlightened and zen, all my symptoms will go.
You were doing the acceptance hack.
Exactly. I thought acceptance was a health hack. And It turned out not to really work that way. So I had like a couple of days in bed going, I'm accepting my illness, I'm accepting my pain. And then I was livid at the weekend when it hadn't all magically gone.
I can't tell you how many times I had that conversation with clients in the therapy room, because I would talk about the point of acceptance, and they would literally say, so if I accept it, it'll go away. Like, that doesn't sound like acceptance. But you can't. That's again, it's that same battle of the denial and the resistance.
Yeah.
When you're in that place, it's not possible.
Yeah.
You can't work at acceptance. It turns up on its own.
I
I think that's probably maybe that's not true. Maybe you do work at it and then at some point it gets there, but it's the moment you're trying to accept, you no longer are.
Yeah, okay.
Don't you think?
You're trying to accept, you no longer are.
Because if you're trying, it means there's another reality there
going
somewhere.
on. Yeah.